England has a national wood strategy, which I introduced in a previous video. And in this wood strategy, there are 6 strategic goals, which I'm going to go into in a little bit more detail here. Goal 1 is to stabilise and increase the timber resource in England, which sounds like it should be relatively easy. However, we've not been planting the conifer forests that produce softwood logs like the ones behind me at the rate that's required to keep up with potential demand in the future. Goal 2 is to exceed the government's statutory target for tree and woodland cover, which currently stands at 14.5% in England. The government have a statutory target of 16.5%, and the strategy suggests that they should try a little bit harder and go for 17.5% or more. Goal 3 is to increase the use and lifespan of English wood, and this is reiterated in the Timber in Construction Roadmap, which states that we should be using more wood in the built environment for construction materials. Goal 4, create a predictable and consistent investment environment. This seems to be the area that we're failing at the most in England, because planting new woodland creation schemes with large elements of conifer in them, like the one behind me that produces sustainable softwood timber, seems to be really difficult for several different reasons. Goal 5, present a consistent and positive message around productive woodlands. This is probably the area that we've been most successful at, with some really good initiatives from the public and private sector. For example, the Trees to Timber campaign by the Forestry Commission. And I think that there's a growing recognition that we need more forests like the one I'm stood in today to not only provide things like recreation and biodiversity benefit, but also to provide timber. And finally, goal 6, develop a skilled workforce. This is another area where we've made significant progress since the inception of the National Wood Strategy, with several new routes into forestry, including apprenticeship schemes offered by the University of Cumbria and the new forestry training services set up by Confor. So there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed me covering some of the content of the National Wood Strategy. I think it's really important that we all understand where timber comes from and the need for more productive forests in England and in the UK.